There is a question that has been burning deep, deep inside of me. A question that I must answer. If you want, you can come along on this journey as I determine which Super Smash Bros. Characters fuck. Shoutouts to tiermaker.com for creating this easy-to-use tool. Here I have a list, off-screen, in my notes, of all of the characters in the order that they appear on the character select screen, and that is the order we will be using. This is primarily a character study, but a character study that mainly goes based on my own memory. Without any further ado, let's get into it. First off, we have Mario. How do we take Mario into consideration? Mario is a man who goes, woohoo! Yahoo! Yahoo! That is not the voice of a man who is driven by lust. That is a man with no cares in the world. This is a man who doesn't care about any of the things that we worry about. This is a man with no worries. This is a man who is driven by just a simple joy for life. I believe that lust is simply not one of the things that drives him. Now, that's not to say that I think that Mario would staunchly refuse to fuck. But I believe it would require considerable time and effort to groom a man like him into such an act. For this, I will place him at presently the lowest row. I can, of course, add and delete rows as necessary. But for now, this is what we're working with. And here we are going to put asexual. Asexual by, let's see, personality? Let's go with that for now. Who is next on the list? It's Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is a beast. He is an animal. He's that monster in the mirror. That is to say, if there are women around, Donkey Kong fucks. There is no way that Donkey Kong doesn't fuck, unless he doesn't have anyone to fuck. So the question then becomes, does Candy Kong put out? I believe the answer is yes. And so I'm going to place Donkey Kong up here, and I will title this row, Will Fuck If Given the Chance. And I believe that's the correct grammar on that one. I'm not 100% sure. Here we have Link. And Link is an interesting case, because if we look at the actual Link that we are being presented with, we actually have 3 Links, and I'm not honestly sure how to take these 3 different Links. This right here is the Link from Breath of the Wild. Does the Link from Breath of the Wild fuck? Is this a different Link, or is it the same Link wearing the different outfit? Or is this just Twilight Princess Link again? Does Twilight Princess Link fuck? And this is Dark Link, or is it Link wearing blackface? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a row below. It says it's new. I'm going to do that with it. There we go. And we are going to call this asexual by biology. I'm assuming with this that Dark Link is a manufactured being who does not actually have all of the bodily processes of a human or a Hylian. That he is just some kind of shadow creature that exists with singular purpose. That his body simply does not have a sex drive. Now, if we take a look at this, I'm going to title this Would Probably Fuck, but there we go, here we go. Probably, but too busy. And I'm gonna put link there for now. I might change my mind later. This is to say, under normal circumstances, in a time of peace, it's understandable to think that Link would take up a bride. Perhaps a Zelda, perhaps a Malon, perhaps a Saria. I don't know. I don't much care. Next up, we have Samus. I thought I had zoomed all the way down, but alright, this is fine enough. Where is Samus on this? She's down here. Where are we gonna put... By default, I'm probably gonna put a lot of people right here and then move them up and down based on my deliberations. So, Samus. Where do we actually put Samus? Samus doesn't really strike me as the kind of person who would fuck indiscriminately. I believe that things are just a little bit too hectic in Samus's life right now. That Samus is still recovering from all this trauma, of all the things that have happened to her. That she still hasn't reverted to a civilian mentality. And Samus does strike me as the kind of person who would wait until peacetime to take up any kind of romantic relationship. And I feel like this is going to be quite common for most of these hero characters who are in the middle of doing things. Now, next up we have Dark Samus. Dark Samus is an interesting case because Dark Samus is, for all intents and purposes, Metroid Prime wearing a Samus suit, specifically the Phazon suit. So the question then becomes, does a Metroid, over the normal course of its life cycle, fuck? The answer to that, I believe, is unclear. With this, I'm going to put it into the same tier as Donkey Kong, and I'm going to rename the tier into Wild Animal. Yes, that seems appropriate to me. No, see, because Donkey Kong probably fucks, but Dark Samus doesn't fuck, right? So here's the problem, is that Dark Samus... There's no evidence that Dark Samus has ever fucked. But it's possible that it has in the past, because it's a wild animal, because it is a beast. It's specifically a parasite, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything about its actual physiology. And I'm not aware of any instances of Metroid reproduction being detailed in any way. So, I am going to put Dark Samus on the same tier as Donkey Kong, but I am going to preface this as that their circumstances would dictate that Donkey Kong probably fucks on a regular basis, and Dark Samus has probably never fucked a day in its life. But I am still going to put them both on the same tier. One thing I am going to do is I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to remove this Link, and I'm going to put him at the bottom of the bin here. Because he's just the same Link wearing a different costume. He's the same guy. Alright, who's next on the list? It's Yoshi. Yoshi is very, very interesting. I think that Yoshis probably do not reproduce sexually. I think that Yoshis almost exclusively reproduce via predation. The only thing... Okay, so how do we even begin to parse this? Yoshis hatch out of eggs. Yoshis lay eggs when they eat things. We've never seen a female Yoshi, or rather, we've never seen a Yoshi identify or identified as female. Could it be that Yoshis reproduce asexually, using materials that they produce by devouring prey? I think that that is the most likely scenario, and as a result, we're going to have to put Yoshi in the same tier as Dark Link, because they probably both just don't fuck. Also, Yarn Yoshi is made out of yarn. Next up on the list is Kirby. Next up on the list is Fox. Similarly, I'm going to put Fox. Wait, I don't know the lore. My cursory research tells me that Fox is in one ending of one of his games, specifically Star Fox Command. Fox settles down with a family and has a kid. They have a child. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a tier up here at the top and call it has a wife and child. Do you capitalize the and? Email me if you know whether or not you capitalize the and. And we're going to put Fox right there. It's not necessarily automatically canonical, simply because it's a potential ending. But Fox will, canonically, under the right circumstances, possess the ability and desire to fuck. Next up on the list, we have Pikachu. And I am going to put Pikachu in the same tier as Donkey Kong and Dark Samus. Now, while it is possible that the Pikachu itself is domesticated, what I mean by wild animal is that it is a beast that under normal circumstances will absolutely 100% fuck. Which is going to be the case for any Pokemon, unless they are ordered not to do so. Similarly, I will also be putting Pikachu Libre because it is a different character, because one is a boy and one is a girl. Take that, liberals. Next up, we have Luigi. Oh my god, what do I even do about... Oh, what do I do with Luigi, dude? Luigi would never approach anyone for coitus. But there's no way that he hasn't been seduced by Daisy on at least one occasion. So we're gonna slap Luigi right there in the middle. Oh god. Okay. Oh god. Next up, we have Ness. Next up, we have Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon is a fucking movie star, dude. That's like ask, hey, does Dale Earnhardt fuck? So we're gonna put this in between Wild Animal and Probably But Too Busy. We're gonna go probably, and we're just gonna say probably. We're gonna, okay, relabel that to that. We're gonna relabel this to that, and then that's gonna be that, and those are kind of the same color, and that works out for me. And that's where we're gonna slap Captain Falcon, because there's no way that Captain Falcon does not perform coitus with at least one of his fans. Next up is Jigglypuff. Where's Jigglypuff? There's Jigglypuff. While it may be tempting to put Jigglypuff in the same tier as Kirby, it is 100% possible and encouraged to breed Jigglypuffs in its base game. Jigglypuff fucks. Next we have Princess Peach. Princess Peach is very interesting. My gut reaction is to slap her right next to Mario, asexual by personality. She never has the need or want to fuck. She doesn't even think about it on the day-to-day. Doesn't even cross her mind. Princess Peach is not driven by lust. At least that's my gut reaction. If we look back at Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, she 100% has a vibrator. But that's not canon. Square Enix put that in. Square Enix says that Princess Peach masturbates. I don't think that that's necessarily the case. Daisy, on the other hand... Okay. We're going to slap her right here. We're going to put her right in the middle. Okay, let's not all caps that one. Alright. Really? I can't fucking... Oh my god. I can't spell such an important word that's relevant to my daily life. Daisy, you cannot convince me that Daisy doesn't masturbate. You cannot convince me that Daisy does not own at least one sex toy. Probably 5. Next we have Bowser. Bowser goes here because he has at least one son. Maybe 8 of them and a daughter, but at least one. Bowser goes there. Next is Ice Climbers. So for Ice Climbers, I'm going to make a new tier, and I'm going to make it like gray, and I'm going to put them in this tier, and it's going to be question marks. Because no one knows. Are they siblings? Are they in a relationship? What is this, dude? What are we doing here? Alright, what comes next? We got Zelda. Okay, Zelda up here. We're gonna slap her under Probably But Too Busy, and we're also gonna slip Sheik under Probably But Too Busy. For the moment, at least, because I'm There's no way that Zelda doesn't continue the Wait! The bloodline. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I need to. Okay, hold on. I need to know. Okay, the title. Okay, Link. The Link. Okay, is it a bloodline? Because if it is a bloodline, some of them being blood related. Oh my! Are you guys seeing this? What, bro? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? I am going to put this one because it's an advertisement for the actual service that I'm using. Yeah, some being blood related. Tell me about this. Some are the same person, descendants of. Okay. This then means that Link fucks because he has a child because the bloodline descends. Alright, tell me about Zelda. Tell me about Princess Zelda. Commonly given to women born in the royal family in Hyrule in the Legend of Zelda series. Each incarnation of Zelda. Oh my god. Please stop. They've appeared as a child, a teenager, young adult. Carrying on this divine blood, her female descendants are often named after her and are always the crown princess of Hyrule throughout its history. Several princesses within the bloodline, so it is the same bloodline. I know it's obvious, but I gotta check. Alright. So Zelda and Sheik, they have descendants, which means they fuck. Okay, got it. Alright. Next, Dr. Mario. Is... Okay. So apparently, according to trophies in Smash Bros., Dr. Mario and Mario are the same person. I have to check this stuff. I have to be sure. I don't want to make an inaccurate tier list. I want to make sure that this is the pinnacle of... Alright. Next up is Pichu. Guess what? You can't breed baby Pokemon. Fuck off. Falco. Alright, now let's take a look. R-Wing Wiki. Oh, it's the R-Wingpedia? Okay, R-Wingpedia. Give me Falco. Give me Falco Lombardi. I think he fucks Cat. He probably fucks Cat. If we do a search for Cat, him and his partner? Now, when they say partner... And farewell, beloved Falco. Falco reveals to Cat... Oh, but that's a manga. Is it canon? If there is any mutual affection between Cat and Falco, it's noticeable as the only example of interspecies romance thus far in the series. But... but it's not necessarily canon. Because, like, look, right here, it's like, hey, I don't know what this is. Wait, straight up, right here? Wait, hold on, zoom in, enhance. Bro, Falco Lombardi. Bro, damn, holy shit, never would have guessed. Okay, so, next we have Fire Emblem characters. Hey, Marth. Where's Marth on this? Little Mac? Okay, Marth? Okay, Marth has descendants. Lucina has descendants. I think. Lucina can have a kid, right? Can Lucina have a child? But they can parent Morgan if they marry your character. Okay, so, yes. Lucina. Good. If we're going to count the one ending of Fox, then we're gonna put Lucina in the same tier. Okay. These guys 100%. Him probably. We don't really know anything about Koopa biology. Him 100%. These two maybe. And this is all predicated on the presence of descendants. Okay, next up is Young Link. Young Link is a child. Dark Young Link, however, is right next to Dark Link. God damn it. Why do I do this to myself? Garland? Really? I'm fucking sitting here. Garland? Not maps, images. Give me Garland. Where is he? No, not Darius Garland. Give me Garland. What do you mean there's no... What? What do you... My joke. No, my joke. It's slipping. It's slipping out of my fingers. Ganondorf, probably Fox, but he's too busy. Unless... I need to cut that out. Tell me about Ganondorf. Ganondorf Dragmire. Ganondorf. This is nuts, dude. But is it the same guy? Future incarnations. Most incarnations of Ganondorf are the same individual. It is very unlikely, given how sexual that the Gerudo people are, that Ganondorf has not fucked. Next up is Mewtwo. Mewtwo is a legendary Pokemon. Legendary Pokemon can't breed. Get fucked. Oh wait, you can't, idiot. Next up is Roy. Roy is a Fire Emblem character. So he goes in the top tier of they probably fuck. Who's next? It's Crom. Crom fucks. Crom is Lucina's dad. There's no... He fucks every day of his life, maybe. Mr. Game & Watch... I think that's appropriate. Meta Knight. Okay. So I'm gonna need to do a little more research here. Okay. Tell me about Dark Meta Knight. Tell me about him. Is a secondary antagonist and the final boss of DDD Tour. He's Metal Knight. Metal Knight? Metal Knight? Metal Knight? Metal Knight? Who the fuck is this? Oh, it's a One Punch Man. Okay. And his name is Bofoy? Damn, alright. Sick. Maybe I need to actually go finish watching the first season of One Punch Man. I mean, I read the webtoon, but... Alright, let's see. Yes, Dark Meta Knight. The Mirror World counterpart? But what is the Mirror World? It's just a world, right? Oh, it's just a... Yeah, it's just a place. Meta Knight. What even is Meta Knight, anyway? Can we tell anything about his biology? Physical appearance. He's got bat wings. He's got a cape. He turns the cape into bat wings, which is sick as fuck, dude. But what is he? I'm gonna... I don't want to. I don't want to. This is... I'm going to admit this as a failing of my own ability to research. And I may need to come back to this. But I'm gonna put Meta Knight, Dark Meta Knight, and Galactonite all under... 'Cause I don't fucking know. How old is Pitt? He looks like a 15-year-old. That is to say, Pitt is shaped like a child. Next up is Zero Suit Samus. Zero Suit Samus is just Samus again. So we're gonna take her wherever she... There she is. And slip her right in this little leftovers pile. Just like all the others. Okay. Wario. So, Snake. Oh boy. Does Snake fuck? Because Solid Snake lived a decent life for a while just being a dog musher in Alaska, he probably fucked. At least once. Ike. He's a Fire Emblem character. Young Ike. He's a Fire Emblem character. And then we have the Pokemon trainer character. Squirtle is animal. Ivysaur is an animal. And Charizard. Charizard. Oh, there he is. Charizard is an animal. Next, we have to look at these Pokemon trainers. This is red, and this is green. So what we're gonna look at is Pokemon Wiki. Red. Tell me about Red. Tell me about the man Red, the playable protagonist, the character. Oh boy, let's take a look. This one, he's like 11. This one, he's 11, I think. He's probably 11, and this one, he's what? Okay. This one, he's like 11. What is this art? Yo, I've never seen... What? I'm sorry? So he's an adult then? I didn't actually get this far in this game. So, okay. But that's Red, which isn't necessarily the same person as Pokemon Trainer. So, just smash. Pokemon Trainer. Tell me, what am I working with here? What am I working with here? Who is this person? Is it Red? It's not Red, because his name is Pokemon Trainer. It's a Pokemon Trainer. Right? He's based on the games. No, that's the... Oh, God. But what am I working with here, right? They're based on Red and Green, but they're just Pokemon Trainer. So it's generic, and it's based on the concept of a Pokemon Trainer, and the concept of a Pokemon Trainer is a fucking 11-year-old. Which means, for all intents and purposes, they're kids. What the fuck? Get them out of here. Diddy Kong. Well, he's just a guy though, right? Like, why can't I spell? The Kong Oh, look at that! Look at that adorable little crab leg barrel. That's great, dude. Alright, Donkey Kong Jr.'s wife? Well, I guess that would have had to have been the case, huh? Diddy Kong's nephew? Resembles a spider monkey. Lifespan of a spider monkey. 27 years of age? Okay. But is he a child? I still don't know if Diddy Kong is a child or not. If Diddy Kong is not a child, then he probably fucks. If Diddy Kong is a child, then he doesn't fuck. Unless... Do... Wait, that doesn't make any sense, because they wouldn't be of mating age before... Because puberty, of course, right? But puberty isn't necessarily the same as adulthood. Except it might be in spider monkeys. But what even constitutes adulthood, anyway? It's gotta be adolescence, right? So the question then becomes, has Diddy Kong achieved puberty? I think Diddy Kong is supposed to be a child, but I don't... The concept of Diddy Kong has brought me to my fucking knees, dude. Oh my god. I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna come back to this later, because I'm gonna have to. So next up is Lucas. So next up is Sonic. I think King DDD is a king. Does anyone fuck in Kirby? Do penguins reproduce asexually in Kirby? No, he's a penguin. He's a fucking penguin. What am I getting up and on about myself? He's a penguin. He's a penguin. What do I... Come on. So next we have Olimar. Sweet, lovable Olimar. There's no way this man's driven by lust. Except he canonically has a wife and kids. Team members. Clopad. Where's the Drake? Is the red thing food? Could there be other intelligent life forms on the planet? According to the radar, the Drake should be through here. I hope they're both okay. Do we have any reason to... Alf's trying to save his planet, but is he trying to save any kind of family? Nick, why didn't you do any of this research? Listen, what do you think this kind of operation's supposed to be, huh? What the fuck? Louis' grandmother, Louis' father, Louis' aunt, the president's family, Alf's family? Very little is known about Drake. That's true. Has only one important member of his family. So Alf doesn't have a wife and kids. He also seems very young, but he doesn't seem to me to be a child. He's the chief engineer, which would imply to me that he's had some kind of college training, which tells me that Alf probably isn't a child. But he's also very easily bullied. Brittany pushes him around all the time, dude. Now, I don't necessarily think that it has happened, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that he's right there with Luigi. That makes sense to me. Huh. Who's next? Oh, God. Oh, how long have I been recording this? Oh, it doesn't say. Cool. I guess I'll check that after the fact. Alright, who's next? It's Lucario. Ha, that's easy. He's a wild fucking animal. What do you think this is? Rob is a robot. This robot can't fuck because it's a robot. And this other robot from America can't fuck because it's robot. Next we have Toon Link. And then we have Dark Toon Link, who we're going to put right next to the other Dark Links. I think that's actually really neat. Just boop, boop, boop. Having them all right next to each other. Oh, God. Hey, they got me. Hey, Wolf O'Donnell. He's a fucking pirate. He doesn't have time for this. Can't you let you do that, Star Fox? Rivalry team. O'Donnell. But there's no reason to, like, he's the kind of guy who would fuck, right? He's 19, he's, you know, he's good, he's, yeah, sure. And then we have the villager. Where do we even put the villager, dude? There's no romance options in Animal Crossing. Because it never comes up, I think I might want to rule that as, like, because that's not even a theme that's in the game, I kind of want to rule that as, like, that's not an action that this person even thinks of in their day-to-day life. So I'm gonna put this one here, and I'm gonna put this one here. Wait, not biology. What the fuck is wrong with me? It's gonna be here. It's gonna be personality. And that's gonna kind of be, I want to say that's where I want to put, like, player character, like, blank slate player characters, where those themes don't come up, right? Like, that's kind of what I want to do with that. That's kind of how I want to rule that. But I'm sure I've already fucking fucked it up somewhere. Next we have Mega Man. Mega Man is a fucking robot. I'm sorry, Mega Man. So then we have the Wii Fit Trainer. We have both of the Wii Fit Trainers. Now, I'm going to rule that these are two separate people, or rather, not rule so much as this is my personal headcanon, is that these are two separate people who happen to both hail from the same place. Or, alternatively, they're part of the same family. I'm going to say they probably don't fuck each other, because that would be weird, because they look the same, which means they might be part of the same family, but they might. In any case, they're just people doing a job. There's no reason to think that they don't go home and have a normal family life, right? Like, ordinary people who have ordinary people problems, I'm going to put up here, probably. Unless they're player characters, in which case they go here. Even though I haven't, oh, God. Rosalina and Luma. There's no way, dude. There's no way, dude. There's no way, dude. And then we have Little Mac. Little Mac is a single-minded individual, and he doesn't really go out of his way to do any, like, parties or anything. So, and this one's just Little Mac wearing a hood, and this one is a goddamn wireframe monstrosity, and this is just a wireframe monstrosity wearing a hood. And then we have Greninja, who is an animal. And then we have the Mii fighters? The Mii's, if we're going to rule that Fox McCloud, because he can in one ending, fuck as has a wife and Jesus Christ, as has a wife and or children, then because in what is it Tomodachi Life or is it Miitopia? In one of those Mii games, you can have your Mii's fuck, which means that the Mii's fuck. Or they have the ability to fuck. And to make this make a little bit more sense, I'm going to need to figure out somebody else to put up here. Next up is Palutena. I'm going to go with that. That's my interpretation of the character. This one is literally true. Pac-Man has a wife and kids. Next up is Robin. Let's take a look at Robin. What's that? They're a Fire Emblem character. No way. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting the non-Fire Emblem characters over here. And then we're going to see if there's enough Fire Emblem characters in Smash Bros. To just make an entire row. Probably not. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put them all right next to each other. I'm going to sort them by hair color. And then we're also going to put female Robin up here too. And you may be thinking, what about Corrin? Well, Corrin's not there yet. Come on, give me a goddamn second. Shulk! I don't... That's good enough for me. We're gonna slap him under, probably. Shulk, probably, because he's a girlfriend. Bowser Jr. Duck Hunt. Ryu. There's no way that Ryu fucks, dude. I'm slapping him right in between Mario and Sonic because that art style clash is fucking hilarious. However, Ken, I'm gonna slap him over here. We're actually gonna put him over here because he's like a realistic kind of looking man. We're gonna do that, and then that's gonna be our kind of progression of art style. We're actually going to put Ken all the way up here because he's the most rugged-looking individual here. Although now if we're going to talk about sorting these, I'm actually going to put young Ike in between Lucina and old Ike because old Ike's hair is like more rugged. Yeah, what's going on with this boy's hair? This is... Oh, this is back when he still brushed his hair. Okay. Next up is Cloud. Yeah, this all makes sense to me. We're gonna slap him on. Okay, so are these? It's just the same guy, but wearing a different costume. Probably. Although. That's speculation for another time. We're gonna slap him onto probably. And then we're gonna put this one down here because it's just the same guy wearing a different costume. Alright, who's next? It's Corin. Guess what? Corin is a Fire Emblem character. Idiots. Next we have Bayonetta. And I know what you're thinking. This is super obvious. Bayonetta is like the poster individual for sex in video games. But I think it might be a bit more complicated than that. Who has Bayonetta had sex with? Oh yeah, that's right, that happened. The answer is yes. In fact, we're gonna have a fucking... Oh wait, no, we're gonna add a row above. Oh god, what did I just do? Oh god, okay, delete row, and then we're gonna do this, we're gonna... See, at first I was thinking to myself, maybe it's a little bit more complicated, right? Maybe Bayonetta doesn't actually have sex with anybody, and she just, like, teases everybody all the time to get that, like, sexual tension up to fuel her powers. But then I remembered the secret boss in Bayonetta 2. However, I'm going to put Bayonetta 1 Bayonetta over here. Joke's on you. If I'm going to put Young Link and regular Link as different characters, then that means I can pull the same character from two different points in time. But Nick, what about the characters that are the same character but wearing a different outfit? Guess what? That's the same character from the same point in time, but they're wearing a different outfit. So it still is the same. There's no reason to have them be the different on the thing. So next up we have Inkling, who is a child. And the Inkling boy is also a child. Next up, we have Ridley. And Meta Ridley is just the same Ridley, except he's wearing armor. Except that's not the case, because it's after he's had his... Has Meta Ridley had his dick blown off? I can't tell. Because that part might just be armor, dude. If this part is still there, that means that part might still be there. And besides, if it's in Smash, it's probably just a costume. Next we have Simon. Simon has descendants. Richter probably has descendants. King K. Rool. He is a wild fucking animal. Incineroar. He is a wild fucking animal. The Koopa Kids. They're named kids. They're probably adults, but they might just be children. I feel like they're probably like teenagers or something. I'm gonna just slap them all under here because I think they're probably children. However, if it's confirmed that they're not children, then there's no way that Wendy doesn't at least masturbate. Plant is a plant, and this other plant, which is a different plant, is also a plant. Joker, as a Phantom Thief? As a Phantom Thief? He's fucking busy. He wouldn't dress up as a Phantom Thief if he wasn't going into the dreamscape. What's it called? The unconscious? Mementos? What's it also whenever you're in a palace? Is there I forget, I haven't played the game in so long. Oh god. However, when it comes to actually like, in the game? We're gonna put him up here. Because I still count fade to blacks. Because it's not technically on screen. It's in the middle of a transition, right? But it's there. It's in gameplay. And I'm also going to add another one, which is... And that's, I mean... I don't even need to say anything about this one. I mean, that's just kind of obvious. And if we take a step back and just look at this full, complete tier list in its entirety, and we just look at the whole thing all at once, we see that okay. I need to... Can I consolidate? Oh god, can I... Oh, because I have to... Okay, okay, I need to cut exactly 2 lines. Okay, Metroid Prime... Okay, if we're counting the context of the character's current appearance, then that means that Metroid Prime is just a suit full of goo, which means Metroid Prime can't actually fuck because it's just a suit with goo in it. So Dark Samus can't fuck. Can't. Because he's not gonna while he's in the suit. This is an important part of their character. This 100%. That has to stay. Do I have to? No, I still need to cut 2 more lines because this takes 2 lines. Oh god, which means I have to consolidate. If we count heavily implied during a fade to black, then he definitely goes up here. That doesn't actually consolidate anything. Ah, shit. Mr. Game, let's take a look at it. What is Mr. Game & Watch? All right, because if we look, we see men and women in the thing. What is he? He's just a man, right? He's a man from a different place, so he doesn't look like, because he's like the Wii Fit trainers, right? Okay. So we're gonna slap him up here. Okay. Kirby has the mind of a child, which is why we put him in the child category. Meta Knight doesn't, but he's always training. He cannot be stopped from training. Dark Meta Knight's just Meta Knight. Galacta Knight. He was sealed away. Powerful recurring boss. Eyes behind his mask. Kirby Superstar Ultra. Wait a minute, that's a lance. Galacta Knight uses a lance. Galacta Knight doesn't use a sword, which means this isn't even Galacta Knight. It's just Meta Knight with a sword. Okay. They're not... Oh no. Alright. Snake, Codec, Ice Climbers... Blood Bond... fighting to the top, getting in each ways, strong sense of camaraderie... give me Palutena's guidance, Ice climbers. Say hello to the ice climbers. They're two. Are they children? Well, they can't. They've been super. But there's. Okay, they're definitely adults. Okay, and here's what I'm working with here. Okay, there's three possibilities. I guess there's four, right? One is they might be siblings. One is they're not siblings. If they're not siblings, they are 100% fucking each other all the time. If they are siblings, that might still be the case. If they're not, it's likely that they're fucking in their off time because they are normal people who are doing a job. Or not, I mean, it's a hobby more than a job, but anyway. And here we have Diddy Kong. Is Diddy Kong a child or not? He's not, is... Is he a child? He's the second member of the DK. He's young uncle. Yeah, he's the nephew, and he's small, and then he's currently voiced by Katsumi Suzuki. Hero, one-player hero. False fight, sidekick to hero, reckless adventure. A groovy hero's learning experience. Helping a friend save the universe. Is he a kid, though? Is he a child? Barrel Blast. Made a few appearances in the Mario Party. Cancelled appearances? Physical appearances. Relations. Diddy Kong's grandfather. Diddy the Red... Oh... Scrappy... What the fuck is this wiki, dude? Is Dixie a child? Love interest... But is Dixie a child? She's a chimpanzee. Younger cousins. Tiny Kong's older sister? Is that true? Tiny Kong. Oh. Love interest. Alright, this clears all of this out. Okay. Now we have the... Wait a minute. I can use the forbidden technique. Control. Mouse wheel down. There it is. But Nick, you didn't use the... Shut up. These are the same people just wearing different clothes. But what about Galactonite? It's just Meta Knight dressed as Galactonite. Shut up. Get the fuck out of my video. Like, comment, subscribe.